BC.
Do you think that Donald Trump should sue New York Attorney General Letitia James, and on what grounds?
I think she should. I saw an interesting little comment of hers I'd not seen before the other day. She said when she was running for Attorney General that she wants to fight an administration that's too male, too pale, and too stale. Now, you can talk about stale ideas, that's fine, but too male and too pale, that constitutes basically sex and race discrimination. So I think what President Trump ought to do is sue her on the basis of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Her office gets federal money, in fact, $311 million approximately for various subsidies for law enforcement activity. So the federal money is flowing into her office, and if she is engaged in that kind of sexual and racial discrimination and that kind of language, I think she's wide open to exposure on the 64 Civil Rights Act. Donald J. Trump should sue Letitia James on the basis of civil rights.
Have you suggested this to Trump?
I will. So I'm writing about this.
He's listening.
I think the message will get to him sooner or later.
Good stuff. DeRoy, you're all right.
All right.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Stuart.
Joining me now is former Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker. Matthew, I want to know, is anyone going to sanction the judge or the Attorney General, Letitia James?
Yeah, Stuart, good to be with you this morning. The short answer is it's too soon to tell. You know, this reduction by the appeals court in New York suggests that they even thought that Judge Engoron's decision was excessive and obviously beyond what was allowed under the law. And, you know, the case might fully be reversed because if you remember the details, the facts are pretty straightforward. The loans that were subject to these alleged frauds were paid back in full with interest. The bank said they'd do more loans in the future with President Trump, and, you know, they didn't believe that they were defrauded. Now, you know, whether or not any bar complaints have been filed against Judge Engoron or Letitia James, you know, ultimately that's going to be a separate proceeding. But, you know, based on how this case turns out, and especially if courts reverse the entire case, you know, that would suggest that the judge and maybe the prosecutor went beyond their bounds and could be subject to some sort of sanctions for sure.
All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with corrupt Letitia James and Judge Moron, because I don't call him Judge Engoron, I call him Judge Moron, because that's exactly what he is. Now, as y'all seen the clips before the video started, that Letitia James and Judge Moron could be facing sanctions, and they could be sued because Donald Trump has civil rights grounds to sue them. So that right there could possibly be happening. They could possibly both be facing lawsuits. They could be getting jail time for, just sitting up here just lying on Donald Trump, trying to make this man pay $500 million. And now Letitia James is pissed off. Her and that judge is pissed off. And like Donald Trump said, this is the 5th time that this crooked judge has been overturned. You know what I'm saying? So this is the 5th time. Now this one right here is coming by Adogg. He said that Letitia James goes insane, massive backfire as Obama visits Biden. And then he went on to say that New York Attorney General Letitia James, massive backfire. She just gave everything to Trump. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. So like I said, so more people can see this video, I need everybody to please hit that like button. If you support Trump just like I do, hit that subscribe button. Turn on all your notifications so you don't miss out on anything. I will keep y'all up to date with everything that's going on. All right? Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this and let's see exactly what's going on. Let's go.
Trump's Truth Social company goes up even more after yesterday's training. Yep. He's worth more money than ever before. Imagine Letitia James just weeping at the thought that she was going to financially ruin Trump. Remember, she ran on going after Trump.
Yep.
We have a little bit of news on the desperation and complete disaster that is the Biden campaign, because Barack Obama has to come out and buttress that Weekend at Bernie's corpse up with strings and poles. They're in trouble. Trump is just ascending over and over again. Trump just announced he's selling these Bibles and he just makes a ton of money on them. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's just, guys, there's no reason for anyone to have despair or glum. I'm not this big ball of goo, sunshine, optimism. That's not me. I'm looking at hard facts. It's a disaster for the left. It is a huge celebration for Trump. Preemptively, I get it. He's not in the White House yet. The election hasn't happened. I'm only saying everything is going well for him. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Let's get to the articles and I'll prove my case to you over at CBS News. I can't tell you about the joy it gives me to read this on CBS because they're sitting there having to write this. What do you mean Trump
I don't like that.
worth more than he ever has before? And he's now easily one of the 500 richest people in the world. That's all they wanted, was to take all. They thought, oh, we're going to get all of his 500 million. It'll all be gone. Trump's Truth Social platform soars in second day of trading on the NASDAQ. Again, I'm going to keep interrupting this because all they did was try to predict doom and failure. And they're still doing it, they're going like, don't buy this stock. It's just going to go right down. It has a chance of going down by 95%. Former President Donald Trump's Truth Social began trading under the ticker DJT on Tuesday, putting the real estate tycoon and his initials at the helm of a publicly traded company once again. Trump Media and Technology Group shares soared in their second day of trading, rising $7.40 or 13% to $65 on Wednesday morning. That follows a gain of 16% on Monday when the company began trading on NASDAQ. The gains give Trump Media and Technology Group a market value of $9.3 billion. Trump, who owns 58% of the newly public company, now has a stake valued at $5.2 billion. At least on paper, they always say, as they're trying to tamp this down. They're trying to throw shade on it. It's just on paper, guys. I just think it's hilarious. Okay, well, let's get some trolling on here. Let's get some fun against the Democrats. On Truth Social Tuesday, users were posting about being shareholders or seeking tips on how to buy shares. Our one user urged conservatives to, quote, get behind the DJT stock and sent it over $100 per share to drive the liberals insane. Another declared, get yourself a piece of DJT stock if you're a true MAGA supporter. I'm going to give you my quick opinion on that because I trade in stocks. I can't give advice to you, and I don't want to ever take responsibility to say, hey, go buy this stock, and then you lose all your money. This is in a very volatile sector is social media. Okay, it goes up and down. So, and I always say, do your own research. Okay, beware. Don't ever do anything because I'm talking about how great this stock is and how great it is that Trump's making money. However, I will say this: if I can give Trump money by making a campaign donation, which I think is completely risky, all that money, it just goes out of you and you don't hold any of the value. You give it all to Trump. I think it's a better idea to buy stock. Buy stock in a company he owns. He can still take the money out if he wants, and you own something. Now that money could go to zero. But one thing we know, if you give money to his campaign, your money leaves you and is worth zero, right? Zero. Now, if you invest in his stock, what are the chances of that going to zero? Like it's 100% your money is gone if you give to a campaign, but this money, it could go to zero. It could also double. You're not going to double your money giving to his campaign. So I'm only saying, I think it's a very interesting way to support him, especially if you're a Trump supporter. Also, it's very hard to give to a campaign. They send you junk mail forever.
See, and that's the thing, though, man. The left, they is just so freaking mad right now. Oh, Donald Trump is trying to scam his supporters. Don't y'all do it. Don't y'all do it. That's all they've been talking about. I mean, these people has been having a freaking meltdown. I mean, a freaking meltdown. Since this money came along, that they said that Donald Trump is getting ready to get now from his Truth Social. I mean, MSNBC, CNN, I mean, just all of these networks, I mean, they're just talking straight crap about Donald Trump because they are jealous. They want to see this man go down so freaking bad. And when they can't get their way, they act like little kids. That's exactly what they act like. They act like little kids. I've never seen so many grown people just wishing a downfall on Donald Trump. Want the man arrested. Want him thrown off ballots. Talk crap about him every single day. Just like the crap I said before, which Doug finna go ahead and get into with this Latitia James crap. Like, this woman is ridiculous for the things that she's trying to do. She is so worried about Donald Trump and his money, what he's doing with his money, when she need to be trying to worry about her own money, how she make her money, which we're going to get into that too. So let's go ahead and dive back into it. Let's go.
Ever. They do phone calls forever once they get your credit card information. And that's if you're lucky enough to happen to find the Trump campaign where you can donate money.
Mm-hmm.
There's 50 different shells pretending to be Trump on the Republican side where they're sending you junk emails all the time. It's very easy for your broker or to go to a stock market and find the Truth Social DJT ticker symbol and invest in that on the NASDAQ. Okay. I'm just saying, just from the paperwork standpoint, it's easier. Now, again, I don't want to get into trouble. Never say, Doug said I should give. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying is making money, and everyone thought they would take it away from him, and he just makes money, including the Bible he's selling. He's now a Bible salesman. And I'm not even convinced he's read a whole lot of it, guys. I believe the Bible is real. 100% the word of God.
Yeah, that's another reason why they mad, because it seems like Donald Trump, he can just sell anything and just make a fortune. I mean, it don't matter what Donald Trump tried to sell. The left got something to say or trying to make it seem like he's scamming, trying to scam his supporters, and he's trying to do this. They are just hating because Joe Biden couldn't do that. You think if Joe Biden came out with a pair of shoes, somebody will buy it? You think if Joe Biden came out with a pair of shoes, it'll sell out in an hour? No, it won't. Only people that buy it is either him and people around him. Won't nobody buy no Joe Biden sneakers. That's why they mad, because Donald Trump can sell things and make a lot of money. So y'all keep on attacking him, and the only thing you doing is just helping him out in the polls. That's all you doing.
But I just think it's funny that Trump is selling the Bible as a product, and even it is just grinding out and making money. The guy, he wakes up in the morning and he makes money.
Yep.
You can take all of his money, and tomorrow he'll be making billions more. Okay.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know if it's a gift or what, but it's what the guy does. And Latitia James and Judge Engoron and the Democrat Party that thought they were going to drain his funds to keep him from funding his own campaign by going through the lawfare in New York. Democrat Party, you've done nothing but make him more popular.
That's all you
to
did.
the voters.
Yep.
It completely backfired on Latitia James and the Democrats. I'm going to title this episode that. Complete backfire, utter fiasco. Your plans were ruinous. The knife you tried to put in him turned around and went right in your heart. Okay, let's get to some Obama news, because this is about the Biden campaign being in a free fall disaster, and they're calling in the emergency. They're like, look, Biden's going to lose. We better do something about it now. CNN Politics. Again, I love reporting from the enemy. Obama jumps in to help Biden defeat Trump.
There we go again. Oh my God, ain't this something?
Loser. Who wants to stand on stage with Biden? Oh my man, this is emergency mode. They got the golden child in there. Here comes Barack Obama. Spent several hours last Friday in the family dining room of the White House visiting his former Vice President Joe Biden. By the way, Obama does not like Biden. Okay, they're not friends. But you'll never see Michelle Obama in a picture hanging out and having a good time with Jill Biden. Okay, they're not buddies. The mood was cheerful as the pair exchanged jokes. This is so fake. I'd love to hear the jokes. Did Biden roll out all of his racist jokes that he's been telling for 20 years? And the meeting served as a small reunion of sorts for the two presidents' respective staff, as they were ready just to tear each other apart. Many of whom have known each other going back to the Obama White House. Yeah, I'll say all of them know the Obama White House. They're all plants of Obama's because he can run, so he can run the country. His staff, they know each other. CNN almost gave it away, guys. They almost told you a truth for a second.
And just to piggyback off that, I don't care if Obama tends to keep visiting the White House to think that's going to help Joe Biden defeat Trump. It's not going to work. I don't care who visits the White House, what other president visit the White House. You can't help Joe Biden. Joe Biden can't help himself. The man can't help himself. He can't finish sentences. He don't know how to get off the stage. I don't care how many times Obama tends to go meet up with him and try to tell him how to defeat Trump. He can't defeat Trump. He ain't going to defeat Trump. They know Donald Trump is going to win in November. It's the reason why they constantly trying to get him put on trial. Look what Fannie Whitter's trying to do. She thinks she's out the blue. She ain't out the blue. She's still facing removal. But she thinks that she's going to try to rush and get Judge McAfee to get a trial going this summer. No, that right there is not going to happen. So she ain't even out the blue yet. So, and I can't wait for Latitia James and this crooked Judge Moron get sanctioned because they need to. Trying to use the law and stuff to try to take out Donald Trump. Just unlawful.
Oops, that almost slipped out. Still, the occasion was hardly just two old friends catching up. That's a nice way of putting it.
Two old friends catching up. That's crazy.
The occasion was not two old friends catching up because they hate each other's guts. Obama has made clear. Can you imagine Obama? Look, Obama is like cool. He's like Rat Pack. You know, he's in there with his suit. Hey, my people. We're all like Hollywood just adores him. Can you imagine him having to sit across the table from Biden and just look at just this shambling, what's left of a guy, just probably staring right through him. And Biden's like going, hey, look, it's Joe. And Biden, ice cream. He used to hanging out with Tom Cruise and Steven Spielberg. And now suddenly he's hanging out with a shambling man. Obama has made clear to associates in recent months that he believes Biden's intensifying rematch with Donald Trump in November will be incredibly close. That's a nice way of putting it.
Oh, God. Just lying.
And that the 2024 election marks an all hands on deck moment. Yeah, people familiar. That includes all of the judges you're hiring to attack Trump. All hands on deck. Get all the judges and all the juries after Trump. Biden and Obama, along with former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. We need help. Can we get help from a bat woman? She looks like a pterodactyl wing stretched over a human skeleton. Along with former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, they had an IV drip that came out of a box wine for her to keep her upright, participated in an organizing call in the White House residence heralding the 14th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. Dude, these people are psycho. Who celebrates the 14th year of anything? It's not the 10 year, not the 20 year. Hey, we're heralding the 14th year. Oh, of what? Of the Declaration of Independence? Of your marriage? Of when you accepted Christ? No, of the Affordable Care Act.
These people are ridiculous.
We have the chance to do even more, but that only happens if we send Joe and Kamala back to the White House in November. Kamala, we did it, Joe.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it. Yeah.
Yeah, what she just say? We did it, Joe. She won't be hollering at this year. I can guarantee you that. You won't be hollering at this year. You did it. We did it, Joe. That's over with. You won't be hollering that crap this year. No matter how many times y'all trying to take out Donald Trump with these dumb, ridiculous charges, it's not going to work.
Oh, I like school buses. Can you imagine them hanging out with their buddy? We got to send Joe and Kamala because Joe, as good as he is, what we really need is a genius vice president. Get me Kamala Harris. Joe, we got to help her. Good thing we've got Joe and Kamala back. Obama said in a video, can you imagine? That would look like a hostage video. Obama, he's blinking while he's saying, we got to send Joe and Kamala back to the White House in November. We did it, Joe. We did it. So we've got to keep working, he said. This is enough mockery. I'm having too good of a time, guys. It's great news. Trump, who's filthy rich, Latitia James went after him, and he got filthy richer, kicking back and making a truth social media site, selling Bibles. He's going up by billions. Meanwhile, Latitia James's they go from $450 million bail down to about $150 million bail. Trump's going to be able to afford it. It's going to go up to appeals. It's almost certainly going to get completely reversed, embarrassing Latitia James and frustrating her effort to take Trump's name off the ballot forever. You get nothing. You went for Trump Tower. You get nothing. You attacked his family. His family's allowed to run his business. You did nothing. You got nothing. And now they're flying in Barack Obama to rescue Biden. And this is the best news of all, guys. Walk with me for a second. Tell me in the chat if you agree. The best news of all is that Obama has to look at his legacy. He looks across the table and there's Biden. He looks like he came out of Disney's haunted house. And Obama looks across at that guy and goes, this is my legacy. This is what's left of my run. And it's all, and now I have to cut commercials to try to prop this guy up. He looks like a loser. And when I sit here with him and have to talk about Joe and Kamala with a straight face, I look like a lying idiot.
Shout out to Doug, man. Shout out to Doug, man. Another great video. So it was a massive backfire. It definitely was a massive backfire because Latitia James and Judge Moron thought that they had Donald Trump right where they wanted him at. She thought she was finna go ahead and start just seizing properties, taking pictures, all on video camera. You heard The View whooping them, was laughing, talking about, oh, it would be funny if she put chains around the buildings. And how Latitia James say, I wake up every morning, look out my window and be looking at that building, can't wait until I take it. And all of that came crashing down on you. And we just wait for it to go to the appeal court because we know they're going to throw it out because there was nobody hurt. Trump didn't owe anybody no money, no consumer, no banks. He didn't owe anybody nothing. There's no case here. So we just wait for this crap to be thrown out. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.